All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a good day. We're going back into red zone, this time with the INT BEERUS. He does face the same problem the EZA BEERUS and Weiss face, with these guys as the current best lead on global. But we're just gonna have to make do, see how he does, get as far as we possibly can, and we can kind of make a verdict on him. He's one of the ones that I really did think had potential and could actually somewhat probably do a job in red zone. He's not going to be anything insane. I don't think I'm going to be taking him into like Cooler Core or maybe even Broly anytime soon. Actually, he actually wouldn't be too bad in Broly, but you do need the Wii support. It's a huge risk, but he does have potential for red zone. And this is actually a pretty good start. As long as in this first phase he doesn't get sealed, because he, of course, we want to be raising his defense on Super for that mini stack of 6 turns as much as possible. So hopefully he doesn't get sealed whatsoever. We do of course need to super with him first, because he does get 150% attack and defense when performing a super attack. But we need to raise his defense by 50% for 6 turns. We need him to not be sealed. And we're kind of good. We do immediately start with that Wii support. We will unfortunately lose it. I'm going to float him just to be safe. But as long as we're pulling out all the supers we need to, and Omega doesn't feel like sealing him, we can actually get his defense built up probably pretty quickly. So we're starting with our first super attack. And he, of course, every time he performs an attack, he does get attack plus 30%. So he has got the 60. He does need to go up to 150. So what, 3 more and he's done? I mean, he's tanking double digits on Omega's first phase. Immediately, that's already a very good start. This is a sub EZA, so already to me, that's a good start. Weiss with the dodge, you love to see it. It is so good when it comes off, but on the harder stages and phases where red zone bosses start to do way more damage, it's just kind of too much of a risk to be relying on his dodge. But it is always nice when it does come off. And of course, in the final phase, we can't actually dodge. So Weiss will probably, if we do actually make it to Omega's final phase, Weiss will more than likely get us killed. But that's what I'm saying, with the spot that kind of both EZA BEERUS and EZA BEERUS and Weiss, even INT Weiss, are currently on, they don't have the best leader skill unit-wise because they're just not good enough. And then with Weiss, you have to rely on too much dodging, like in terms of the team build as well. But as I said, it's always satisfying when it does pop off. It always is very satisfying when it does pop off. Now, every time we have Weiss on support, by the time we get INT BEERUS fully stacked up with the 6 turns stacking, with Weiss on support, he should have, off of his first super attack, like just under 700k defense, or just about 700k. And then if he hits an additional super, which of course he does have one built in and a 50% chance of it becoming a super attack, he can go over to 700k defense. So this BEERUS can have very, very good defense, but that is mainly when you have the Weiss support. So that is one thing to remember. It's a shame you need Weiss for BEERUS to get the good support, not the good support, but to get to that level of defense, because it's kind of ridiculous how good his defense can actually get to for a sub EZA. Like, he can tank with that level of defense when he's fully built up and Weiss on the rotation. His defense can generally get to the levels that are tanking, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head, every single red zone boss basic for double digits. He can tank a few of their super attacks without a Weiss. It's only the harder hitting ones that are really going to affect him, and with a Weiss active, with also Weiss the unit on support, after a double super, he could probably tank their super attacks as well. I mean, you won't die, you might still take a chunk, but he'll survive, which is kind of crazy to think about. So even without Weiss, 3 supers didn't double here, still tanking double digits. So already it's a good start. Already it's a very, very good start. And we're what, 3 super attacks deep, so 2 more super attacks, and we got his attack up to that 150% where we'll be doing extra damage. Even though I'm not really concerned about that, I'm really just concerned about his defense. Don't be locked. Okay, they're sealed, they're sealed. I mean, we don't want them to be sealed, but I don't really mind too much, because, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. Although I may have to pop a Weiss just in case for the Goku and Vegeta. I mean, they will double super attack, but Actually, maybe we'll be fine. Maybe we'll be fine. I believe we just won't be super attacked. How about that? I just believe. I'm manifesting we will not be super attacked. We are fine. That's all you have to do in Dokkan. That's all it takes. A lot of money and a whole lot of belief and manifestation. That's what Dokkan takes. Belief, manifestation, and some money. I mean, not always, but mainly just belief and manifestation, okay? That's all you gotta do. You just gotta believe. Just believe we won't be super attacked and we'll be fine. So far, so good. I mean, even the basics, right? Maybe I should actually use the Whis because the basics are actually doing quite a bit of damage, but it looks like we're going to make it through that part with no super. Now I just need him to not super attack Whis or Whis dodge. Or Whis tank double digits and then dodge. That's completely fine, but no super attack. See, don't be sealed. Which one is it? He's sealed. That's really annoying. That's actually really annoying that he's sealed. Really? That's the only thing against the Mega. We need him to mini turns, like mini stack for 6 turns, and he's already been sealed. Like, we want to get his defense built up as quick as possible. This also means we can't build up his attack for another turn either. Actually, no, we can. Because it's not super attacks performed, it's just attacks. So actually, we can build up his attacks. He will do a basic. He could also do an additional. So his attack will still build up. It's just his defense we can't build up, which is, annoyingly, the important stat we want to build up right now. But it's okay. That's okay. We're 3 supers deep off of 2 turns. So it's not really the end of the world. Actually, we didn't actually get to build up his attack whatsoever that turn because Goku decided to fully take over. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Next time we'll have Whis on rotation anyway, so we're good. Alright, for the time being, you can float off. We'll do this. I'm also going to pop a Whis because we only have 200k HP. Actually, I'm going to transform these. I'm going to give myself the best possible chance I can here. I mean, we can only get 1 rainbow keys fit anyway, and then we'll give you these, let all the rest of the orbs drop. And then Gogeta's doing his thing as well. I mean, if Whis can do this, great. And again, that's another thing I remembered. There's just so many, like, just small, minor, just annoying details with EZA INT Whis, EZA Beerus and Whis, and EZA INT Beerus. Like, they're good EZAs. INT Beerus is a good sub EZA. Like, he's actually doing well right now. But not only do you have the leader skill, not only do you need another Beerus or another Whis. I mean, you don't need them, but if you want to trigger some links, you kind of need them for the most part. Otherwise, you're not really going to trigger anything. I mean, I'm sure Beerus and Whis will be fine. Defensively, INT Beerus will still be fine, but you do miss out on a ton of links. And then not only that, INT Whis, again, that portion of his passive where you need Bond of Master and Disciple categorize on the same attack in turn to give him dodge chance. If only that was Realm of Gods, because then he will have a 50% chance to dodge at all times. At least on global anyway, and it'll be triggered much more consistently. And this is what I mean of, like, they're kind of in an awkward spot where we kind of need the 8th anniversary to happen. I mean, of course it's going to happen. We need it to happen sooner rather than later for these guys so we can get the 8th anniversary LR Gohan. And without them, Beerus and Beerus and Whis, and now Whis is also affected. That's why I really wish that portion of his passive was swapped around. And instead of getting the extra attack and defense, Realm of Gods category ally, it was the other way round. Of Bond of Master Disciple gave him the extra attack and defense, and Realm of Gods gave him dodge chance. I said they're just kind of in an awkward spot, man. Like, Whis would actually benefit a lot if his passive were the opposite way around. So that's another shame, because then he would have 50% chance to dodge, which isn't the best. I mean, we've seen it with LR Super Saiyan God Goku. But 50% chance to dodge, obviously, simple maths is better than the 25% he'll be getting with one of the allies. And then we've got the full dodge build that I've gone for in his kit anyway. Can we get the double? We got the double. Okay, so we also need to do 1 more attack, and Beerus has his attack fully brought up to 150. I mean, a Whis is active, but still, for a sub-ECA, we do have Whis on rotation and Whis active. Even Whis with a Whis active, that sounds really weird. Even with a Whis with a Whis active, still tanking double digits. I said they're good, man. They're just not in a very good spot, and it hurts them. It hurts them so much, man. It hurts my baby boys. Are we really? I'm going to have to transform them because they're not going to get orbs. At least here we get orbs. We get... Actually, we get the same amount, really. It doesn't actually matter what we pick up. Gogeta Blue still doing his thing. I still love this EZA, man. He's so good. Like, he's just still ridiculously good. Like, I love using him. Like, literally, I don't know if you've noticed, on the majority of my red zone runs where he can fit on the team, he's always there. 9 times out of 10, EZA Gogeta Blue is always on the team. If I can fit him on any run I'm doing. He's just so good. Maybe I didn't actually have to worry about transforming the ROF Blues or exchanging the ROF Blues. There we go, dodge the super attack as well. Just dodge absolutely everything. Absolutely disrespectful. And then maybe I didn't need to transform them because the Omega Shenron's dead round about now. But, I mean, we're about to get on Omega's final phase where he's doing just over 400k on a basic. I think it's in the realms of like 420k. So... As I said, Beerus is doing well. I mean, Beerus and Whis are doing quite well. But as I said, this is just where I would prefer if Whis' kit was flipped, because then I could actually... It's still not a good idea, but at least it's a bit more consistent to actually run Whis on rotation with Beerus. Because then I can have the support at all times. We can have the extra, like, chunk of defense, you know, things like that. We can actually have links active. We are still getting 6 key spheres with God Goku, though. I mean, considering there's KO super attack here, I'm actually not going to use an item. I mean, we may... Will we die? Maybe not. Considering the majority attacks, see, that's a lot of attacks in slot 1 against God Goku, and he's fine. I want to see how Beerus is tanking off of, could be 1, but potentially 2 super attacks this turn. No Whis support. I know once he's fully super attacked for 6 turns, I know his defense is over 400k, so realistically, Beerus could actually tank Omega's basics on this phase probably really well. However, he did get sealed at one of the turns during the first phase, so he might not be there quite yet. But I know his defense without Whis support, fully built up, can tank for like 400k. We are getting the double though, which is good. But I do know it's a possibility. I mean, we'll see how much by he tanks now where he is defensively. Okay, yeah, he's definitely not up to the 400k mark because that was a lot of damage. Like a whole bunch of damage. I mean, he didn't die though, so that's something. He didn't die. So I think we still have to throw some respect on his name. As I said, he didn't die. He did not die. Right, we're definitely going to pop a Whis now. We're also going to get a Dokkan attack, so we might not even make it to next turn, but fingers crossed we do. I'm actually not going to... I'm not going to turn on the MLG Pro Dokkan mode player, because we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. It pains me to do it. It hurts my soul. It hurts my pride. But I'm just going to let it play out, because I actually want to make it to next turn. Actually, I want to make it to 2 turns time because I want Whis on the rotation with the Beerus to see how much he's tanking with that. But I mean, if Beerus starts tanking Omega's basics a lot better without the support, we know he's going to be completely, like, A-okay. But still, I know 150k damage is a lot of damage, but I mean, he didn't die. 300k damage in total, a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. But he didn't die. My guy didn't die. So that's saying something. My guy didn't die. And he's missing a few stacks. So can't really blame him. I just really hope the KO Super isn't in slot 3 now. Actually, it doesn't matter. We're dead anyway. We're dead anyway. But because of the, because I know his defense without the Whis support can get over to like just over 400k, he would have tanked that a lot better if we didn't get sealed in the beginning. The fact we made it there in general shows how good of a sub EZA this actually is. I said it just comes to team building with the current leader skill we have on global not being the best, like they're just quite meaty. And it comes with some, we'll call it not stable, actual kind of set rotations for Beerus. I think even LR Beerus and Whis. And also Whis' like kit, as I said, I would just wish it was flipped. But he done really well. If we didn't get sealed in the beginning, he would have tanked those basics a hell of a lot better. If Whis was there, of course, with the support, even better than that. So I have to say fair play. He actually done pretty well. In terms of if I'm going to do any more videos on Beerus, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe one against Cellmax. I would love to do one against Broly just because we have time to build up his defense there, but and there's no ceiling either. The only thing is we have to actually get all the way to the final phase. We have to still use the ROF blues. They're not good enough. Whis also has to have the dodging game in point. But we'll see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good rest of your day. And push.